Hi, we're back in Savage Lands again today. So, where we are in terms of game stage is we killed the forest giants. We opened up the portal to the third island there. We did multiple gold and silver runs, and then we killed some Grinfells, which allowed us to get some Draconic Essence, and that allowed us to do our Dragon Forge. So it enabled us to make a bunch of gold stuff. So firstly, we've got a bunch of, we've got a full set of armor now. Now we've got a couple of gold swords, and we've got a couple of gold hammers. So in terms of weapons, these two swords do 84 damage each. These two do 75 damage each. I've tested the swing rates. These two, the Frostborns, actually swing faster. So the difference between these two swords isn't really that great. The gold swords do about 5% more damage per second, so they are better. But anyway, we are now at the stage where we want to get Soulstorm. So firstly, we need to find out where we're going to get it. So starting from the portal between the second and the third island, what we want to do is I'm going to carry the Frostborns. Let me see. I'm just going to check the encumbrance, see which is fastest. So that's minus 15, that's minus 10, so gold's faster. Alright, so from the portal between the second and third island, we want to head this way across the ice. Pretty much the same direction as we went when we went to Smuggler's Cove. Oops, got stuck there. And we just want to head up the coast here, keeping the sea on our right hand side. So remember, if you're looking for a Syrah, it's in that group of rocks there, but we're not going there today. So just head on up this path, keeping the sea on our right hand side. Going past Smuggler's Cove, which is right there. And here you just wanted to dip down to the beach. And then just stay on the coastline. And what you're looking for is that rock right there. So this is where we get Soulstorm. It's in this little dungeon here, or in this little hole. So as you can see, we need 4 skulls there. Now the first skull is conveniently placed right here, so we can apply it straight away. But we need 3 more. We need 3 more. Now one of those we need to kill Lycor, and that's going to be in the arena on the third island. The other one is going to be Rylok the Destroyer. He's an Osira. And the other one is going to be on the first island. And we have to go all the way back to Meltok. So let's see which order. Okay, first one we're going to do is Meltok, so I'll see you when we're back in the first island. So here we are coming back into Rodan on the first island. I had a dog on me, he's gone. Alright, so we're just going to head over to the original spawn area over here. So Meltok is in that building right there, so we just need to go in there. Somewhere we did not go when we first arrived at the beginning of the game, just because there was no need to at the time. But we do need to go in there now because we need that skull off of Meltok. Early game there was nothing in there that we needed, so we left it alone. And it can be quite a busy place as well. If you just go in there in first island armor, it can be quite an interesting place. Could have done that trip in gold. I think gold's faster. Alright, so we've got a couple of ice walls to break down, so I'm just going to put these hammers in place and into Meltok. Also just going to turn the lighting up just in case it's a bit dark, which I suspect it is. Okay, that's a dead end there. It's got a couple of skeletons in, and then this way we've got a bunch of guys. Which, now that we've got higher powered weapons we can deal with very, very easily. First island gear, these guys aren't too bothersome, but it can get a bit more interesting in this section. So we have to break down this ice wall here. It gets us into this rear section. So there is an upstairs area there with a couple of chests in. But what we really need is, we need to break this down. Now as soon as we break down this ice wall, what's going to happen is we'll get a message saying Meltok has risen. So as soon as we enter, there it is. So you get a bunch of spawners, and these guys are part of it. So those guys there, they drop something called the, that's only a stone hatchet, but some of them drop a, I think it's a something tomahawk. Anyway, let's put our, yeah, actually let's use the gold swords. So we're as powered up as we can be. Oh, and that's him, and that's what we came for, the emerald crystal skull. So we've got a studded leather tunic, a couple of ghoul's fang, and a trophy weapon at this stage. So yeah, he's got the Guardian Tomahawk. Again, just a trophy weapon at this stage. But we got what we came for, and that was the Emerald Crystal Skull. So next one's going to be Rylock the Destroyer in Osira. So let's head to Osira, and I'll see you when we get there. So starting at our base again, which again is right outside the portal between the second and the third island. Now, to get to Rylock, then we need to remember to either, if we're not going to take out Grot on the way, we need to take the Rune of Frost, which Grot drops, but also 5, what are they called? Fragments of Living Eyes, these things. Because that's what you need to open the portal to the final section of Osira, where Rylock is. So again, to get to Osira, just leave the base there next to the portal. You just want to head up this hill here. And head to that grouping of rocks right there, right in front of you. Avoiding the elementals. So coming up to this grouping of rocks, you'll see kind of this opening here. And that's a path which leads up to Osira. So you got kind of that S-bend path there. Gets you up here, got a copper ore in front of you. Gap in the rocks here. And there's our portal. Alright, back into the first section of Osira. So it's a good place to pick up a lot of night bloom flowers and also frost fern. There's a lot of it in here. Alright, so into the second section. So remember that was where we got Drog the Wicked by going up to the right hand side of that rock there. Just keep the ice wall on our right hand side. And that gets us to the portal right ahead there, which gets us to the third section where Grot is. So I'm going to leave Grot alone today and just go for Rylock. Go through the portal, turn left. Again, keeping everything on our right hand side. And there's the other portal right there. There's Grot. So this is the rune that Grot dropped, along with 5 fragments of living ice, as far as I remember. Correct. and into Rylock's place. So as soon as you get into here, Rylock always spawns, come through there, turn right. Rylock always spawns right there. So to get him to spawn, you just come up to around here and he should spawn in. So we got gold, we've got Frostborns, we're good. And there you go, Rylock, there he is. So let's just bring him over. So he's got a curious attack. He kind of does a stomp thing. So every time he does that, you just need to step back and he misses. He hits you with that stomp even if you're behind him. There you go. If you're too close, he hits you with it. It does quite a lot of damage if you're not in better armor than you've got today. And that's our second skull. So what else? Searing blood, that's searing blood potion, searing blood. He also drops his weapon Frozen Wrath, which does damage 82, which isn't bad. So I have to check the swing speed of that against Frostborn. 2 Fragment of Living Ice. But that's what we came for, that's the Sapphire Crystal Skull. Okay, so let's take all that, and next one is Lycor. So let's head to the arena and see you when we get there. And here we are in the arena, it's first thing in the morning. So all we can really do now is just wait for Lycor. As far as spawn rates, he usually comes at least once a day, sometimes 2, sometimes 3. But if you just hang around, then you find him eventually. As you can see, I've been here before, so I cleared all the bushes around this area. Put this stone house in here, which kind of acts as a base when we attack her later on. Cleared all the bushes back there and put a couple of lean-tos. Mainly because that back one there, you have to sit around and wait for things like Lycor to spawn in. Now, we're going to get a number of spawns in this area, so what happens if the arena fills up and I want everything to respawn? I tend to just run off to that far one there, wait a couple of seconds, then come back and everything respawns. This one's more for Drac, because or Lycor, because if the arena is totally full and Drac spawns in, you just hit him with an arrow, run back here. He chases you and you've got him on his own there, so that's the reason for that. But anyway, all we can do now is wait, so I'll be back when Lycor comes in. And finally we got Lycor, so that was a 17-minute wait. That took a while, but there he is in the middle there. So I'm going to do the thing I normally do with Drac. I'm going to get him down to that hut down there. Actually, yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to use this Frozen Wrath along with the Frostborn. I tested out the swing speeds and it turns out that they swing faster than the gold swords. Now what that means is that they actually outperform the gold swords by a very small amount. So you see the amount of damage he does in gold armor, which really isn't a lot. So we're diseased. So we're about half down. So there's what we came for. We got the skull that we needed, but we've also got this sword. Now this is one of the best swords in the game, so we're going to be using that straight off the bat. We also got a silver breastplate, and not bad. And we've got a draconic essence, which will come in handy for that forge, and we've got 3 shards of the Cronus and a dragon scale. Nice. Alright, well, let's heal up and get off to pick up our Soulstorm and see when we get there. And here we are back where we started, so we've now got the other 3 skulls, so Q to apply all, and we're in. So this is it. It's not very big, but there's what we came for, Soulstorm. So this is quite an epic weapon. It does damage of 190. When you hold it, it restores health. So keeps you warm as well. So it's quite a formidable weapon. You've also got this here. So you got a bunch of gold, silver, greater hulls. Got a bunch of this liquid Orium on the table there, which gives pretty much cures everything. So what we can do is we can take everything in here now, and once it's empty we can pick up the chest, take it back to our base, and then we'll have an enchanted chest as well. But anyway, that's how we get Soulstorm, so hopefully that was helpful. Thanks for watching. Bye.